Hi guys, this is Ray, and welcome back to Nintendo Talks. And just a heads up before I start this video, I actually am kind of down with a bit of a cold and a sore throat and stuff, and I'm kind of actually sick. So please excuse if my voice sounds a little raspy in this video and not up to snuff, but I wanted to get out some good content for you guys, so here we go. So basically in this video, I kind of wanted to talk about the recently released Yoshi's Crafted World on the Nintendo Switch. And I must say, when this was first announced at E3 2017, I was pretty excited because I'm a big fan of the Yoshi games, and I loved Yoshi's Woolly World on the Nintendo Wii U. And heck, even though Yoshi's New Island on the 3DS got a lot of criticism, I actually kind of enjoyed that game a little bit, besides the music in that game. So basically, like I said, I was really excited for Yoshi's Crafted World. And when the demo came out, and as we started to get more gameplay trailers and stuff like that, I was even getting more and more excited for the game. And yeah, basically, I was just really pumped for this game because I love Yoshi games and stuff like that. Although I did have a little worry, and the worry I had was on how the critical reception of the game was going to be. I mean, granted, a lot of Yoshi games that haven't been critically received well, like even New Island on the 3DS, I still enjoyed really well, even though they weren't critically received. But I was just curious to see how Yoshi's Crafted World was going to be reviewed, and what the other general public would think of it. So basically, the reason I was worried is because other previous games that came out on the Nintendo Switch that I personally thought were actually pretty solid games, for instance, Kirby Star Allies and, let's say, Yoshi's New Island and games like that, which I personally think those games are pretty solid 2D platformers, weren't critically received that well. So like I said, even though I personally was really excited for the game, I was just waiting to see how the reviews were going to pan out and stuff like that. And thankfully, the reviews are really good, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video, is Yoshi's Crafted World got a 80 on Metacritic and an 8.5 user review score. So that's really, really cool. And I think it's just really cool how, like, obviously Nintendo, like, they'll have their misses and stuff, and obviously they'll have games that don't review that well, like, you know, Kirby Star Allies, or maybe, like, on the Wii U, Star Fox Zero, or even Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. But most of the time, you gotta remember, Nintendo is fully capable of creating a really good quality game. So I'm really, really glad to see that Yoshi's Crafted World was reviewed really, really well. I think the gameplay mechanics look really cool about how you can go back into the background, and like it's more three-dimensional than a regular 2D platformer, and you can shoot eggs in the background and in the foreground and stuff like that. And I think that's just really cool and stuff. And of course, looking at the gameplay trailers of the game, the level design looks absolutely phenomenal. Just the different like locales and the forests and the water levels, and how everything's made of cardboard and dioramas and arts and crafts. The world just really looks really unique and detailed. And I think that's really what's kind of made the Yoshi game so special as the art style. I mean, heck, even dating back to the original Yoshi's Island on the Super Nintendo, that art style was actually kind of unique and different from other platformers, because it kind of actually looked like children's like painting, or a children's kind of like arts and crafts. So I think that was like a children's drawing. So I think that was like really cool back then. And of course there is, you know, Yoshi's Story and other Yoshi games that followed suit with cool, unique art styles leading up to Woolly World and Crafted World. So yeah, and basically I don't know, I feel like, for me personally, like, when a bad reviewed game comes out from Nintendo, let's say like Kirby Star Allies or Star Fox Zero, it's a bit disheartening to see that the game is reviewed really bad, and sometimes you kind of lose focus and lose the reminder that, hey, it's just a little dud, and Nintendo usually does make a really good quality game. But when they do release something like a Super Mario Odyssey, or The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, or Splatoon 2, or Xenoblade Chronicles 2, or now Yoshi's Crafted World, you really do remember that Nintendo is still really capable of making really good quality games. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.